What if you could walk through life untouchable, not by wealth or status, but by an unshakable inner strength? Imagine facing rejection and smiling, not out of apathy, but because you've mastered the art of indifference to trivial things. Picture standing in a storm, literal or metaphorical, and being the calmest person in the room, while others panic and crumble. Here's the truth. The world doesn't want you to know this secret. It doesn't want you to be untouchable. Why? Because a person who cannot be rattled, controlled, or consumed by emotion is dangerous to the system. They are immune to manipulation. This isn't some modern self-help trick. This is Stoicism, a philosophy that has forged emperors, warriors, and survivors for centuries. But let me tell you something else. This path isn't for everyone. Stoicism isn't a soft cushion. It's a grindstone. It sharpens you, polishes you, and yes, it cuts away what's unnecessary. Are you ready to face your fears, confront your weaknesses, and reclaim your mind? Stay with me until the end of this video, because what you're about to learn will not only change how you see the world, but how the world sees you. Conquering the mind. The most relentless battle you will ever face isn't with the world, society, or even the people closest to you. It's with your own mind. Every day, from the moment you wake, your mind bombards you with thoughts, fearful whispers about the future, painful echoes of the past, and endless distractions pulling you away from what truly matters. Before you can master the external world, you must first master this internal chaos. The Stoics, perhaps more than any other philosophers, understood that true power lies in conquering this war within. Marcus Aurelius, one of history's greatest leaders, wrote in his Meditations, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." But how do we begin to win this war in an era where our minds are constantly under siege? Modern life is designed to exploit our vulnerabilities. Social media conditions us to compare ourselves to filtered realities, leaving us perpetually dissatisfied. News outlets prey on our anxieties, keeping us hooked with fear and outrage. Advertisements seduce us with the illusion that happiness lies in possessions. These external forces are relentless, planting seeds of distraction and emotional turmoil within us. The Stoics referred to these disturbances as pathos, passions that hijack our reason and enslave us to fleeting impulses. Recognizing these forces for what they are is the first step toward reclaiming your mind. To practice Stoicism today, you must build your mind into an unbreachable fortress. This is not an easy task. It demands discipline and vigilance. Imagine your thoughts as visitors to this fortress. Not all are welcome. Epictetus, a former slave who became one of the most influential Stoic philosophers, advised, "When you are offended at any man's fault, turn to yourself and study your own failings. Then you will forget your anger." In this way, Stoicism teaches us to scrutinize our own thoughts before reacting to external events. Start by identifying the toxic patterns that occupy your mind. Are your fears based on real threats, or are they the product of your imagination? Do your desires align with your values, or are they dictated by societal pressures? Learning to discern these differences is like sharpening a sword. You prepare yourself for the battles ahead. Observation is the next critical step. This is not a passive process, but an active practice of examining your thoughts without judgment. Seneca, another great Stoic thinker, wrote, "We suffer more often in imagination than in reality." How many of your worries and anxieties have ever truly materialized? You will find that most of your suffering is self-inflicted, born from exaggerations and assumptions. By observing your thoughts without attaching emotion to them, you begin to weaken their hold on you. Over time, this practice becomes a shield, allowing you to face challenges with clarity and composure. Imagine standing in the middle of a storm, untouched by the chaos around you, not because the storm isn't real, but because your inner calm is stronger. This is just the beginning. Mastering your mind is the foundation upon which all other Stoic practices are built. But what happens when the chaos of life intensifies and the world throws its heaviest storms at you? In the next chapter, we will explore how to face life's chaos with an unshakable calm and emerge stronger on the other side. This journey isn't for the faint of heart, but for those brave enough to take the first step. The rewards are limitless. Stay with me, and together we'll uncover the secrets to living a life of unbreakable strength. The power of perspective. If conquering the mind is the first step, mastering perspective is the second. Life often feels overwhelming because we see it through a narrow lens. The Stoics teach us to step back, to view life from a higher vantage point. This shift in perspective is not just enlightening, it is liberating. As Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." Modern life conditions us to focus on the immediate, the next deadline, the next paycheck, the next post. But this myopic view blinds us to the bigger picture. The Stoics invite us to zoom out, to see life as it truly is, fleeting, interconnected, and beyond our control. Seneca, the great Stoic philosopher, advised, "What need is there to weep over parts of life? The whole of it calls for tears." This is not pessimism, it is a call to rise above the trivial and focus on what truly matters. Consider the things that trouble you: a missed opportunity, a harsh word, an uncertain future. From a higher perspective, these are but fleeting moments in the vast expanse of time. The Stoics remind us that most of what we worry about will not matter in the end. This perspective allows us to let go of unnecessary burdens and focus on what we can control: our character, our actions, and our impact on the world. Practicing this shift in perspective requires deliberate effort. When faced with a challenge, ask yourself, will this matter a year from now, 10 years, at the end of my life? This simple question can transform how you respond to adversity. It reminds you that life is too short to waste on anger, worry, or regret. By seeing the bigger picture, you free yourself from the tyranny of the moment and embrace the serenity of the eternal. Living with excellence. To live as a Stoic is to live virtuously. Virtue is not an abstract concept, it is the foundation of a life well lived. Courage, wisdom, justice, and self-discipline. These are the cardinal virtues of Stoicism, the pillars upon which a resilient life is built. The modern world often rewards shortcuts and compromises, but the Stoic refuses to sacrifice their principles for temporary gain. Courage is not the absence of fear, it is the ability to act in spite of it. In our daily lives, courage means speaking the truth, standing up for what is right, and facing challenges head-on. Wisdom is the ability to discern what is true and good. It is cultivated through reflection, learning, and the relentless pursuit of knowledge. Justice is the commitment to treat others fairly and to contribute to the common good. It is the recognition that we are all connected and our actions ripple through the world. Self-discipline is the mastery of desire and impulse. It is the power to say no to what is easy and yes to what is right. Living virtuously is not always easy. It requires sacrifice, effort, and the willingness to stand apart from the crowd. But the rewards are profound. When you live by your principles, you gain a sense of purpose and integrity that cannot be shaken by external events. You become a beacon of strength in a world desperate for guidance. And most importantly, you align yourself with the Stoic ideal of living in harmony with nature, by being the best version of yourself. Now, you stand at a crossroads. You can continue as you are, swept away by the chaos of life, or you can choose the Stoic path, a path of mastery, purpose, and peace. The choice is not easy, but it is yours to make. If this philosophy resonates with you, if you feel the spark of something greater within, then join us. Subscribe to this channel, and together we will continue this journey. The next video will delve deeper into the Stoic strategies for building unbreakable resilience. Don't miss it. Let's walk this path together.